Yeah.
Why? Wait, did it really just go offline?
Yes, it went offline.
I mean, it's still streaming. I don't know. I don't know why it went offline.
Oh, never mind. We're back. We're back. All right,
Okay.
guys. Sorry for that interruption.
Do I have Holy Nova? No, I just Shadow Word Death, alright.
I think you just
Yeah, I just
shadow
Shadow Word
word
Death it.
death and wait for a better opportunity. Shadow word death and
Do I Cleric and heal? No, I just heal.
I think you just heal here.
No, I'm not Shadow Word painting that thing.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so nothing really happened when we went offline. That was weird.
Okay, well, he has cards, but this helps us get the board back. And as a priest, you need the board. If you don't have the board, you're...
Yay!
Oh, thank you. Give us that target.
Okay, now I can Northshire Cleric to heal after I Shadow Word Pain. Because he has an empty board.
Yes, because he has an empty board. Okay, so yeah. So you want to
Yeah. I need to trade first.
yeah, do this and do you hit it first?
No, because I don't want him to draw cards. So I need the Cleric out in case
True.
it's a mirror entity.
True. Yes.
Well, if it's a mirror entity, I don't know if I would want to give him anything. Actually, you know what? If it's a mirror entity, I just don't heal. It's not.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so it's
all we
not a
know so
mirror
far
entity.
could be a counter spell, could be armor.
We
We're
do.
definitely attacking him to the face with one of our things next turn, probably
Yep.
the cleric. Fireball? Frostbolt?
I could still heal it. Is he gonna double frostbolt it?
Double frostbolt? Very weird. It still makes it flame strike bait, but if you tempo enforce, or do you want a Sunwalker?
I kind of want to attack this and then Holy Nova. Right?
Well, it could be a counter spell as well.
That's true. Well, I'm gonna tempo enforce then.
Well, or do Sunwalker.
I'm healing
Sunwalker
first.
prevents you heal first. Sunwalker pretty much does the same thing, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, doesn't really, because knowing
No.
Mage will die, but it does prevent him from just killing it. You know what? If that's a vaporize, let it vaporize.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with losing this if it's a vaporize.
Oh, okay. So it's either
Spellbender, Ice Block, Duplicate.
yeah.
And Counterspell. Do we have any bad spells? We don't have any bad spells. All of our spells are good.
We have silence.
Oh yeah, we have a silence. Let's get that silence somewhere.
All right, flame strike. That's fine.
Okay, so it could still be a duplicate, but now we can save this guy. Alright. We're in a good position. I'm gonna start healing myself now.
Yeah.
Hello, Zerg. He has 5, 6 cards. I have 7 cards.
Oh, wow.
Whoa! Oh, God. If that's a duplicate, I don't want to give him more Milagoses.
Well, so you kill off the
Well, so I'm going to Holy Nova.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to Holy Nova.
Yeah, holy.
That gets
Well,
3, and then I'm going to trade my...
oh, whoa. So your 6/6 hits it first, right? So your Holy Nova.
No, so Holy Nova heals it, yeah. Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay,
Okay, and then wait, so you're.
that's fine. This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Now
Because
you
now I could
Cult
trade
Master.
both of... Yeah, I Cult Master, and then I trade. If I Cult Master, I can't heal. I still need to heal.
You still need to heal.
Nope.
Oh, wait. We need to kill the Elven Archer, right?
Why?
Crap. Duplicate.
Yes, because he really does have a secret out there still.
Oh, right. Counterspelled. It's past my bedtime.
Ugh. Probably should have Cult Mastered. It's fine, though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now we get a silence. Well, we have a
We have a
silence
question
already.
from the chat. Sigmay asks, why did we not just silence Malagos? Um, oh yeah, and in retrospect, he would have brewed it back. I mean, we had no idea that he was going to, that he could have brewed it back. But at the same time, we had creatures out there. We could have killed it and still had the board as well. So we didn't have to sacrifice too many things, especially because we had a Cult Master out there to keep on drawing cards as well. So because of that reason, we chose to kill it. If it was extremely inefficient, if we had to throw like a 3 for 1 there, perhaps we would have thought differently. But at the same time, he's got a Malagos, and it just means all of his spells are ridiculous past that point. So could have we could have picked the silence,
But no, even if
but
we
we wanted to.
silenced it, like, it was still going to wreak havoc on our board.
Yeah. It's still a 4/12.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Yeti, put a Cult Master out, kill the Yeti, and later trade afterwards.
All right, and then we Shadow Madness the 2/4 as
Yep.
well to gain a
Yep.
card. Yeah.
So let's get this first.
Yes. All right, we have card advantage.
Have a ton of 6 drops.
We have a ton of 6 drops. These are two of the best cards in our deck. Let's see if it can take us home.
It's fine.
That is absolutely fine. You go ahead and
Okay
do
with
that.
this. Great.
Okay. Fantastic.
Perfect. No, I'm not gonna make the blood sale huge.
No, no, don't make the blood so huge. Use
Uh,
Sunwalker, Blood Sail, and heal yourself.
the thing with the Temple Enforcer is that I actually killed the Coda.
It could.
This doesn't actually kill the Coda.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't kill anything.
Doesn't kill either one of them. Damn it. Do we kill off one of them just by sacking our Blood Sail?
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's like a fireball. Silencing the water elemental.
Well, no, just hit it. You can always silence. You can silence your
I
own
can
Temple
silence my
Enforcer
own guy.
next turn.
That's right.
So if you need it next turn, then you silence it, right?
Yep.
If you
That's
don't need
fair.
it,
Did I just sack him? And then I can heal this? No. Same deal. Kodo, nothing.
Kodo nothing. I would hold back the Fairy Dragon. Don't have a Flame Strike.
Hmm. Earthing Commander, Kodo.
Still vulnerable to Flame Strike.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way around it.
I really don't know why we're holding like this Fairy Dragon.
Just in case he clears everything, you have something else that you can play.
This Fairy Dragon, it's gonna ruin him. Give me something with lethal. That's not lethal.
Well,
We'll trade 2 things.
yeah, we keep the board clear. Trade the Sunwalker and the Commander.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to heal the that guy, I think. Oh, it doesn't matter because if he draws Flame Strike, he'll just ping it first and then Flame Strike. So guaranteeing that, yeah.
I don't know. This Fairy Dragon could have gotten a lot of damage in there. I think we should have probably played the Fairy Dragon. It's just, it's not going to be useful even if he does get the board, is the thing, you know? Like, let's say he
It's
does, like, Deathwing or something and gets the board. What's a Fairy Dragon going to do?
Oh, it's not a Deathwing protection. It's a protection, not really protection. It gives you something else to play in addition to your next card after the Flame Strike. So you're not just doing a one, like one versus one. It'll be a 2v1 after that.
Yeah, I guess.
It prevents him from being able to get the upper hand if you play the Fairy Dragon. He Flame Strikes, you draw a small card, and he draws a big card.
Yeah.
And then suddenly your thing is useless.
But if I had the Fairy Dragon out, I'd give him one less turn to draw anything. To draw that Flame Strike. I don't know. It's one of those things where without perfect information, it's hard to know what's right.
It is hard, and that's one of those areas. I think we keep the pain. Do we keep the Shadow Madness?
No.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. We don't. Uh, yeah, we don't. No, too many things can go wrong in between turns 1 and 4.
Yeah.
The pain you definitely keep. Throw back everything else.
I'd keep a Shadow Madness if I had even less 2-drops than I do right now.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I had an actual
Getting the
4
Harvest
drop.
Golem makes me pretty happy.
We have a good amount of 3-drops. That's why I'm never like too keen on holding a 3-drop around.
Annoying
Stupid
web spinner.
Well, it means when we heal the next turn, it'll be for something. So one
We'll
reason
see.
it's hard to be aggro as a priest, even though priest does have like Holy Smite, they now have this Dark Cultist, they have Holy Nova, which is great for aggro. The reason it doesn't quite all piece together, and the reason it doesn't piece together for anybody, is that in order to be truly aggro, you need to be able to ping for that extra damage. Oh no.
This is bad. Just restart. Restart immediately.
It's so bad.
What?
I guess it's still his turn.
How?
I don't know.
Oh no, it skipped ahead to his turn because he has 3 mana now.
Oh yeah, he attacked me.
Oh yeah, so we basically just passed our turn, which isn't the worst thing. Although,
A damage would have been nice. So we're down 2 health. So we're down 2 health against the hunter. That's not good.
yeah, that's not good. Also, if he tapped, I would have liked to coin out the Harvest Golem, which is what happened. I don't. Would you have coined out the Harvest Golem?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So we missed out on that. That really stinks. So on this turn, when he Animal Companions the Leok, we could have Shadow Word Pained and then killed the thing and had the board.
Yep.
Ah,
Stuff like that, but I don't know what to do about this connection thing.
I don't know. Oh god, this is
Come
bad.
on.
Ah,
Come on. Are we gonna lose 2 games because of fucking DC?
this game would have been so different if we were actually able to coin out the Golem like we wanted to. This is horrible. The Buddha Bay does nothing. I mean, it does something, but Leok is too good. We need to. All right, next turn. Sunwalker would be so good if he didn't have that annoying Squire out there.
His web spinner gave him a web spinner.
It could have been his second whip sprint.
No,
I
no, I
couldn't
saw the
see.
position from where it came from.
Oh,
This is
is
good,
going to
except
be.
for that.
Yeah, no. Do we just begin taunting damage now?
I need to deny him a card.
We deny him a card, and then do we coin out a heal?
No, I'm gonna. I wanted to point out a Shadow Word Pain on the 1/1 because that's gonna be really
This,
annoying.
the Squire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we need the board.
God. That's true. No, that Squire is gonna deny. That Squire is gonna mess up everything with the Sunwalker.
Well, actually, there's a 1/1 anyway. Too late. We're committed.
I like your reasoning. Um, that was very bad. Oh, what?
Oh, we get Shadow Word Death it. That's actually really good for us.
Yeah, that's really good. It actually lets us do something.
Heal ourselves. That's all
Yeah,
it
and
lets
then
us
we'll
do.
actually have something on the board too. All right, this game might turn because of that.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I doubt it.
We'll see.
Still thinks it's gonna turn.
This is not so good. Um,
I mean, I'm dead the next turn if I don't taunt.
you need to taunt, and then you kill off
The
the
spider.
2/2. Yeah. All right, let's do it. And then we need that Holy Nova.
This game is definitely because of the freaking. I mean, we don't know
That
how it would have
was,
gone otherwise, but skipping turn 2 definitely just guaranteed that we lost.
yeah.
Seriously?
We ended up in significantly worse position because of that disconnect.
We
Crud.
lost. We lost. There's nothing we can do.
This,
Nope, we're 1 mana short of Cult Mastering into a Holy Nova. Which wouldn't really do anything either.
I know. So we Sunwalker and we heal ourselves, and that s- supposedly that works. No, wait, it does. No, it doesn't.
Why doesn't it
Crap.
work?
It doesn't work.
Why
It
wouldn't it
doesn't
work?
work.
Why wouldn't it work?
Um,
I don't
because okay,
understand
so
why
you
it
use
wouldn't
the.
work. He doesn't have enough
Oh,
damage.
huh. Okay, so yeah,
I mean, all he needs is like Unleash the Hounds.
he needs
He
one
needs Unleash the
thing. He
Hounds.
actually needs just one damage.
He does not have Unleash.
Wow.
No, he wins.
No, never mind. He wins. Well, that was frustrating, guys.
I'm sorry about my internet. I don't know what I can do about it.
In retrospect, the first loss that we had was
Wait, how did it just do that?
What? It just skipped directly to the rewards.
This is so.
It's a really strange day.
Um, all right. Well, I'm sad now.
That's just really disappointing, guys, because I think we could have won the last game if we were able to coin out that golem, which we wanted to do. But it just didn't end up happening because of our connection.
Oh, whatever.
It
We
just
lost 2 games out of the three, at least one of which. I mean, they're all
The
like could
first
have
one was
won, could have
questionable.
lost. They were
The
both
first one,
questionable. You don't know.
right.
He had two. He had two weapons. So
The disconnect definitely affected the last game more than, or the
yeah.
last loss more
I
than
mean,
the
it
first
determined
loss.
the last game.
Yes, it did. It ensured that we lost the last game.
Okay.
While I think we would have been in really good position had we been able to coin out the golem. Um, that's disappointing. But 9 wins is 9 wins. Yeah. I think the lesson of today is make sure your internet connection is better.
How did we even? Not that much time has passed. How did it even skip our turn? That's what I'm
Um,
wondering. There wasn't enough time that passed for us to like kill the whole entire turn.
no, when it senses that you've disconnected, it ropes you immediately.
It's-
Yeah. This has happened before. Like people could disconnect and the rope starts immediately. It starts roping you. Very disappointing.
Well, if you have any questions, we did go 9 wins with a deck after suffering 2 DCs, so
Yeah.
that was a pretty good deck. Yeah! Oh my god, how many Awakirs do I have?
Whoa.
I
Damn.
have a lot of Awakirs. I already dusted like 2 of them. And I
Whoa,
do
now
not
you
have
have a
that many
golden one.
legendary cards.
Now you have a golden one,
Now
dude.
I have a golden one. Does not
Wow.
redeem the DCs. I would much
That's pretty.
rather.
Anyways, as he's opening up the last few packs, does anyone have any questions just about general arena play or about something we did today or Priest in the arena? We're taking questions for a while until he's done opening up packs.
So sad. I can't believe the second game DC'd so early too.
That shaped everything. Yeah, very unfortunate, extremely unfortunate.
It's the equivalent of us making a misplay and healing ourselves instead of coining out a golem.
Yeah. Sigmay says, "Good run. I didn't get to watch the beginning, so I'm gonna do that." Yeah, the video should be
Yeah,
up afterwards. It's on YouTube now. It's not on Twitch
it's
or
on Twitch. It's gonna be on Twitch for 14 days, I think, before they just auto delete it, and there's nothing we can do about it in the past broadcast section. And I'll keep the
okay.
titles updated and things like that. But it's going to all be exported to YouTube, and I'll probably export it like Sunday.
Okay. Sigmay has a general question for us. How do you feel about Priest in the arena with Dark Cultists in mind? So I guess post-Nax Priest.
Huh?
Oh, look at
I
that
got a
golden
golden
angry
rare angry
chicken.
chicken.
All right,
That that
so
that may make up for it.
I'll let you address the question first. How do you feel about Priest post-Nax?
About Priest post next, I don't think it got. So, Dark Cultist is obviously a top card. No one is going to challenge it as being like, maybe not a fire elemental, but definitely on the level of like a temple enforcer, maybe a yeti. Definitely better than a harvest golem. Um, but it doesn't like you saw a lot of the tricks that we started doing with the Dark Cultist. You keep it there, they try to kill it, but if they can, you drop something else, you trade it in. Your creature that was either a normal creature becomes so big that it is completely unremovable, or your creature that was otherwise supposed to be really removable, like a Cult Master, becomes an actual creature that can stand on its own, and then it may survive for a couple turns and do more crazy things. Probably things like Knife Juggler, just anything with an ability that remains relevant on the board will be good for it. Also, obviously, things that enrage. Uh, so there's little tricks you can do with it, but it's very unwieldy to use. You can never quite like rely on the fact that you will be able to kill it off on any turn. So it doesn't change the overall problems that the priest has, except to make the 3 drop more consistent in drafting, which is nice and all. So it gets rid of a possible downside in like inconsistency in drafting. But the priest still has that 2 drop issue. It still needs 2 drops and doesn't have it, which is problematic. It still has no real early game that you can do anything with. And so it's still having all that problems. It still has the best late game of any class, but I don't think it changes all that much. A lot of other people may be higher on the priest now than I am. I think it's maybe the third worst class. I would put it behind Hunter. Maybe the second to worst class. I don't know.
So here's the way I think about it. Class cards are always better than neutral cards, right? Like generally, class cards are going to be better. And one of the problems with Priest is that you didn't have any good early class cards for Priest.
Yeah.
That was one of the complaints for, like, say, Paladin as well. But Paladin, at least in the arena, has Argent Protector, which can just get you a 2-for-1 at the very start of the game. Other classes have Wrath, Frostbolt, early
I
removals.
mean, Priest has Shadow Word Pain, which is a 2 mana removal. It's just such a good card. People don't want to use it on a small removal. It's still a
Right,
card.
right, and also it doesn't have the utility of a Frostbolt or a Wrath. It does what it
It
does, but it
does.
can
In the
only
early
do
game, it
that.
does. In the early game, it's
Yeah, yeah,
totally just as good as a Frostbolt or a Wrath. Nothing's going to have 4 attack.
right. The Dark Cultist just introduces like Adwictus says, like a trick, something that they need to kind of play around, kind of think about. It's a slow trick because it's not like Argent Protector that it's a battle cry,
Yeah,
it's a death rattle. So at the same time, you can get them to, force them to do something
eventually.
that yeah, to do something that they might not prefer or they might not like. And anytime you can get someone to kind of take a detour around the path that they want to take, that's a slight victory. And anything that can help the priest survive, keep aboard, and survive into the late game when they can dominate, helps them a little bit. So yeah, I mean, Dark Cultist is a great card. The priest just suffers too much from not still not having the class cards necessary to ensure that they will get to the late game, which is the problem with it.
Yeah. Like the Dark Cultist, okay. So you drop it on turn 3. What it's going to do is it's going to probably trade for, it's going to definitely trade for at least 1 card. It'll probably trade for 2 cards. But beyond that, you need to make sure it doesn't die before you put your next creature down. Because your problem is not going to be their 2 drops. Your problem is going to be their 4 drop when it comes out. So once you put your 4 drop out, it may still not be able to remove. Like, let's just use Yetis as the most basic example, right? Senjas work the same way. He puts down a Yeti. You can kill your dark cultist onto the Yeti, and then that'll boost your Yeti to a way where he can't ping your Yeti to make a good trade. That's its real value when it comes to besides the initial, like, why isn't it just like a harvest golem? But in order to set that up, it requires him not being able to do things, and it requires him being at the exact same card play as you. Like, he plays a card, you play a card. He plays a card, you play a card. If he
But
ever plays one more card than you do, your dark cultist is not going to get the value that, like, because it's just going to be eaten by the 4 drop.
yes,
And yeah,
sorry, because I just thought of a recent example where even if the Dark Cultist doesn't give the death rattle to someone else. I was facing a mage. I dropped Dark Cultist on turn 3. He had something small there that could have been eaten up by the Dark Cultist. Later on, I found out because I was watching his hand, he had a water elemental in his hand, but instead he chose to, with his turn 4, Frostbolt and ping the
yeah,
Dark Cultist and attack me to the face with a small guy, giving me the initiative to drop something big. And then by that point, he was reacting to what I was doing. I
Right.
wasn't reacting to what he was doing. If I only had, let's say, a Harvest Golem and I played that, he probably would have just dropped the. I mean, he might have done the Frostbolt thing as well, but I think because Naxus knew, like, he didn't want to give it the Death Rattle, he might have just played the Water Elemental, and I would have had to react. And as Priest, you want the
You want the
board to
board.
do
The
stuff.
board is very good to the priest.
Yeah. So
And I mean
that
that's
was one
another reason
example.
the dark cultist is better than the harvest golem because you can on turn three, like you saw us do this a couple times in the stream where we would coin out a dark cultist, eat something, heal it up, and that's our turn three. It's not the best turn three, but it's an option that you don't have if you're using a harvest golem.
Right. And these plays would have not been there for us a couple weeks before. And if
Yeah,
we just had like a Raging Worgen or something, that
yeah.
we would have died. We wouldn't have survived to the late game. And so
But
a couple of our
it's not like a game
victories.
changing thing, right? Like you saw the hunter run, and I was talking about the hunter, and I was saying how oh, I'm getting 10 wins, 11 wins, like just totally regularly, and we got a 12 win on the stream. That's I don't think the priest is at that level, even though our losses here were DCs. We also this draft ended up being a very good draft too, uh, which was one of the reasons why we were able to do so well. But I don't think the priest is at the level of the hunter in terms of how much it's improved. Because the hunter had a lot of things that hinged on the hunter's vulnerabilities in the draft with the beast synergies, and this one card just kind of changed everything, and the haunted creeper. Whereas the priest just doesn't have that. It has one card that fills a gap where it used to be weak, so that it is now no longer weak at that point. That's
Yes.
very different than something that makes everything come together. Uh,
Yep.
Warrior is like the hunter. I think Warrior got significantly better, and it was already my best class, so I used to think the Warrior was really good.
Right.
So in that sense, I see the priest that's falling still behind, but it certainly got better. I don't know what they're doing with the warlock.
Right. And with the priest, it's definitely a class in which, for example, like Trump likes it. A lot of players like it as well because it plays to our strengths. We want to play a longer game. We want the opponent to have to make more decisions. We want to make better decisions than our opponents. And Priest is good at doing that. You play a shorter game, and there's less decisions to be made, smaller sample size.
Yeah.
So, bigger
A
chance for
shorter
us to
game is
lose.
about building a good deck. A longer game
Yes.
is about more gameplay. So, presumably, if you think you're like a highly skilled player, you would always want to play longer games, especially in the arena. Um, but I like my aggro decks. They are less powerful. I have noticed this though that like after Nax came out in the arena, aggro decks are less powerful just because of things like Haunted Creeper, things like Sludge Belcher. There are just more options for defense that didn't exist before.
Very good value defensive
Yeah.
creatures. Sludge Belcher, that it just stops you
Uh,
dead in your tracks.
yeah.
All right, well,
Yep.
I don't see any other questions, and I don't think we should be rambling on, but hopefully you guys had fun. We had fun streaming.
hmm
Hopefully you guys learned something as well. We'll be doing this next weekend. We'll be posting the time soon. Do you have anything more to say?
Nope. I thought this was successful for a priest. I didn't expect to get so far, and playing it was fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get better at priest.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and